Okay, let's get started. Welcome everybody to Norah's Cafe and to the book launch of a fantastic new book, The Emboldened Heart, and then it's Footprints of Resilience and Hope, a little strapline under that. It's written by Amanda Crundle, who's this lady here, and she's also known as the Glam Poet by quite a few people. And it's published by Partnership Publishing, and it follows on from her acclaimed debut, which was Heart on Her Sleeve. And I've seen the effort and the hard work that Amanda's put into getting this new book together, and she always puts her heart into everything that she does, and that includes this event tonight. I was going to say something about Amanda and her writing, but I'm a little bit biased, so I thought I'd take a little snippet from the back of her book. James Nash, writer-poet, wrote this, having read the book. He's written, Amanda Crundle deals with her life squarely in these poems and memoirs and loving and finding oneself. The words are spiky, heartbreaking, and often funny. The realness of being a woman, working class, and a mother is examined. But it's the honesty, always the honesty, that captures the reader. And these astonishing pieces and the craft and joy of language. This is an important collection exploring the worlds of emotion, of mental health, and the sheer lived experience, and it's a triumph for this particular warrior poet. So I think that kind of sums it up. It's a great little, great book. This is it here. It's a fantastic book. This is if you're thinking the theme of purple, this is why, because the cover is purple. And also, I've severely underestimated the sartorial elegance that I needed for tonight, because everybody else has come with purple and looking fabulous, and I quite not matching the mood entirely, but apologies for that. But we'll get started, so I'm going to hand you over to Amanda to start the evening, and one of the North's most emboldened voices, Amanda Crundle.
Hello, good evening everyone. Thanks for coming. It's a house full and really made up. You never know with events if you're going to get anybody, never mind a room full. So I really appreciate your efforts, because it's horrible weather out there, and I know some of you have come such a long way. But my journey in particular with publishing started 2 years ago when I released my debut poetry collection, Heart on Her Sleeve. And I never intended to be a published, never thought I'd have a book. I just kept writing, and the writing just became constant, and I used that as a vehicle to help myself with the darkness of life, lots of different life events, stuff happening in the world that's not good, and I just put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard and just kept on writing, and ended up with Heart on Her Sleeve. And I've continued to do the same for the last couple of years, and I don't quite know how I've done it again, but I've got another book, The Emboldened Heart, which is I suppose it's a sequel really, and I'm just going to look at my notes now because I feel like I'm wittering. But what the book continues to do, and one thing that some of you do know about me, is I use writing as a therapeutic outlet, in addition to previously playing a bit of bass guitar. And that's what I've done to get through some difficulties in my life and feelings. But the book, coming back to The Emboldened Heart, it continues to navigate the trials and tribulations, really, of the heart and the mind, societal challenges, nature, nurture, that sense of belongingness. And there's also, which is very different with this collection, is there's a section at the back called Remembering, which are short prose sections which are about my childhood. And it's only, and some people probably don't, may be able to have a good memory. They think about their childhood and they remember things quite easily. And for me, that was never something I could recall until the last few years. So I've put those into what I think James was saying, where I can be funny at times, not just depressive. So you'll be pleased to know there'll be a mix of things. The book is in 5 chapters, 5 parts: Scars and Shadows, Becoming and Breaking Through, Lightness and Love, and Healing and Holding On. And then I've got a remembering section, which is all around childhood memories and stories. So I'm going to start at the beginning. So I'm going to start a little bit dreary and then hopefully become a bit more cheerful. You know, some of you know me well. So I'm going to start with the first one from Scars and Shadows, and it's called Anxietas. Mind bent, scrambled like eggs, stomach in acid war, head splitting like an axe to wood, heart trembling, racing on a track, nausea riding, tidal waving, knocking you off the surfboard of life. Unable to speak, unable to breathe, unable to sleep, unless knocked out by Valerie. Until the tears slow down, swollen eyes ache, finally close. There is no peace, the nightmares begin and flashbacks waking in the night. You've been asleep, now awake, in utter fright. There's no respite, you see. Hopeless, sleepless, irreparable. Thank you. I'm going to do one more little savvy one before moving on. So this is called Remains of the Day. It's nothing to do with that fabulous film, but I do like the words. A black haven of solace, thundering rain washing the quicksand banks of the estuary, freezing cold rain, an optimistic magpie eagerly waiting for the remains. Mr. Magpie, it's just me and you in this misty wind, bringing a haunting chill as the storm ruffles your feathers. Pondering thoughts, confused mind, full brain that can't take any more. Limbic system overloaded. Do you have these troubles, Mr. Magpie? Do you? The masts of the yachts poking up, wavering by the inlet, resting. Today is not the day for sailing. Sorry, Mr. Magpie. No remains of the day today. So, moving from the darkness towards that purple light now. So I'm going to move to part 2, which is Becoming and Breaking Through. And this person's not here tonight, but they helped me an awful lot a few years ago. And it's called Bonnie and Clyde. I was Bonnie, and you were Clyde in a red-yellow combination, plotting our great escape under a tree in lockdown times. We laughed, we drank coffee, we talked of tours and music, spoke of this world not being for either of us. I wore a polka dot dress with bright yellow sling packs. What was I thinking? I was terrified of the cows walking towards us. We turned around. Back in the car. We sat a little longer. How could I escape my situation? I couldn't just leave everything. I had to decide. You told me to breathe, keep calm, advise me what my choices were, and you held my hand. And it took me some time to realise I was the only one that could act and change and make a new life. For my children, for me. What would I teach my children if I didn't? Thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to flick to my second one. It's called Could Have Been. And it's a common thing we say, isn't it? Could have been, should have been, would have been, and all of that. It could have been so beautiful. It could have been so right. It could have been the answer to the woes of life. I didn't need Tiffany's words sparkling at breakfast alongside a croissant, choking on strong coffee, unrefined. I didn't need that harsh lesson. Resuscitation in full flow. Another blow. It could have been oxygen breathing life, not strife. It could have been so unified. It could have been so light. It could have been having one another's backs, not on tenterhooks, creating life stabs. It could have, it should have, how many more haves? It should have been so beautiful, and it should have been so right. But maybe I'm alone now. I'm not anymore. So completely different now. So when people ask me about writing and how I got started and what I would advise people to put pen to paper or keys to keyboard, people it can get sometimes too academic, and sometimes you get things forced down your throat about having a degree in this or doing that. Well, you don't need any of that. You just need to just write and get your pen on paper, put your fingers on the keyboard and just do it. So this is my little dig, and it's called Literary Pomp Rap. It's not a rap. I don't know why I called it a rap, but you can stick your pompous words overbearing stanza, haiku and villanelle. We don't do that round here. We use the words that come to mind, with singleton, coffee, infused lines. Your sonnets, your strange metaphors, creative letters of your name, we use the words that come to mind to take the power away. You can bin your cinquains and your couplet and your monastiche, your sistinas and a truckload of tankers. They don't just cut it when you need words on paper to ease the torments of the mind. It's free verse, bit of rhyme, and freedom with your words. Time is short, so don't get caught with too many rules. Follow your own. You'll find your inner song. I've already been burned at the flames, so I think I'll get away with that one. Right. So this is called Her Heart. It could be his heart. It relates to anybody, and I'm sure there's people in the room that will get this. Wrap her heart inside yours, loving it, protecting it like your life depended on it. Shoo away those hurtful memories. Be her ally, her greatest supporter. Rise her up, not bring her down. Energize her mind, bring her fun, smile and hold her hand side by side. Stroke her hair, helping her sleep soundly without night terrors that torment her mind. Take great care with her heart. It's a giver, not a taker. Cherish it, adore her, and never let her go. And the next one from this section is called Hit Girl. So for those of you that know me of old, you'll know that Hit Girl is the song I did play on my bass guitar for real in front of an audience, terrifyingly mad. And so there's a reference to the song, there's a reference to other things that some of you may know I have, but some of you won't know what the hell I'm talking about. So it's called Hit Girl. Hit Girl dipped in ink, deep-skinned, golden brown, leaking tears and blood. New lines, freckles emerge, dripping sweat down boots, hair tangled, shaking chains away of old. Stories of ink, illustrations of life told, untold, never to be told, of the restless heart remaining bold. Calligraphic waves learning new truths of ancient cuneiform secrets of those judged too harshly. Rivers run deeply into our souls, classless at times or pretentiously. The sewer runs through us all. There you go. So I'm going to finish before handing over to the amazing Sue Hartlebury with a couple from Section 4, healing and holding on, if you can bear with me, indulge me for my special night. So, this one's called Pipistrel, and it's one of those lovely warm evenings when you're getting the last bit of warmth in the air, starting to become dusk time, and the bats start flitting about in the garden. So, a completely different one. A pipistrel sky, swirling their waltzes at dusk light, infrared eyes, precise and flitting between the trees, catching our eyes as we relax pre-sleep. Their night only just begun as ours closes, amongst the night creatures who thrive as we sleep in our slumber deeply. Silhouettes floating magically through eerie tree branches, creating patterns of fingers and limbs of the night. Don't be afraid, they won't bite. Little black furry bodies circling around and around, never tiring, but creating vertiginous trance dances to their own music as we reflect on our day. Silence in a black sky full of nightly activity, some inaudible, some not. They know when to stop, we do not. Pipistrel dreaming, a nocturnal sky appealing, leaving time for thought, which can't be shop bought. So, linger in your thoughts. She believed she couldn't, so she didn't for a while, hiding away, that beaming smile. She wanted to, but she didn't know how, waking up each morning with a creased frown. And she laboured on, breathing heavily, sighing, trying to have fun with her children. A jolt, a kickstart from where she didn't know, of a life-saving wake-up call from that nightmare hall. Her heart calming, her mind easing, a smile beaming, her children by her side. Relieved one morning, the sun is shining again. Her switch is back on. A trigger is suppressed. The wheels are back on the wagon. NAF off. PTSD. Let's try not relive that hell. She believed she could, so she did. She just needed time, and that's no crime. She wanted to. She did know how. She did what she must, so she didn't combust. Thank you very much for listening to my selection of poems. And I've got great pleasure in introducing my dear friend and amazing poet who's rocking a fantastic hat also this evening, Sue Hartlebury.
I want to thank Amanda for asking me tonight because it's such an honour. I'm so privileged and honoured, and that's a cliche. I am chewing gum. I'm sorry, how terribly unsophisticated of me. If I choke midway, I hope somebody knows the correct manoeuvre. Well, make the evening interesting, even more so, wouldn't it? I was going to leave this poem right till the end, because you can write hundreds of poems, and if it reaches, like you say, Amanda, one person and inspires them or they enjoy it, fantastic. But when you get a mate, a poet pal, who rings you and says, "Can I include your poem in my book?" That's worth more than I can say. And this is a poem that I wrote in 2025 that Amanda included in a book, has included in a book, and it came at a very pivotal point for us, didn't it, Amanda? It's called The Deserved. Darling, do not shy away in your corner. Do not let your solitary tears bleed for a cause unworthy. You are the golden amber, the word bringer of illumination, and your light cannot be bound. Let them shine in their ego flame, basking in instant glory, and wait, for their time is dwindling, and yours is unfurling. See the hearts clinging to your trailing cape of emergence, Thank you. Right, these poems were written during the lockdown, so I'm sure you'll all identify with this one. It's about missing socks. Have you all had missing socks?
Yeah.
Yeah? This is my story, and somebody quite close to me is responsible. No name's Michael. Right. It was written in December 22. Where have all my socks gone to? They simply aren't around. There's not one single matching pair in my drawer to be found. Do they snuddle in my wellies, caked in mud and fresh-cut lawn? Are they piled high on the wash mat, neglected and forlorn? Do they hide beneath the sofa where they won't be found again, or hang forgotten on the washing line, soaked by the pouring rain? Are they sneaking under cushions or stuffed in pockets of my coat? Are they being chewed by Fido, disappearing down his throat? Are they festering at the gym, wildly abandoned with my knickers? Have they plummeted through my window to be bagged by litter pickers? I'm guessing they escape in single file across my floor, my bedroom smelling sweeter as they vanish through the door. Oh, but I'm just simply guessing the reasons why they've disappeared. Though now I see an escapee that suddenly reappeared. I know where they've been skulking off and hiding in this house. They are slyly relocating to the sock drawer of my spouse. I'm going to do the last one.
Yeah.
For one night only, or maybe more, or maybe on tour, I'm going to invite the lovely Linda to enact her bit to this poem. Yes, grab one out, put it on. Don't lower the tone, Linda.
No, I'll keep it clean.
Yeah, okay. She's going to do it with finesse. Right, so during lockdown, I don't know if you remember, we were all well, we weren't invited, we were allowed. My glasses are steaming up. We were allowed to exercise in a room with 5 people. Great. And my chosen exercise was burlesque. So here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
True experience, but I have embellished. It was very sophisticated, really. Oh, burlesque, burlesque, how you put me to the test. Never known such happiness. Oh, burlesque. To the village hall I run with my hair tied in a bun, without my trousers on, just my tights and big pants on. Oh, burlesque, burlesque, it's what I'm doing best. Oh, burlesque. Well, I'm a pouter and a prancer and a saucy private dancer, and even if romance by a bit of a chancer, I'd choose burlesque. Oh, burlesque. I'm Cinderella now, not cinders. See them stare through steamy windows at my burlesque. It's not giving me any headroom. I'm sashaying in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the bedroom, and sometimes in the boardroom. Oh, burlesque. And when I do my grocery shopping, I'm buying aerosol cream topping, and sometimes fishnet stockings. There really is no stopping my burlesque. And Lady Marmalade is now my favourite spread, especially in bed. And I don't spread it on my bread. Oh, burlesque. Has it liberated me? 3's a crowd, 5's company. All of my sisters and me, dancing queens, feeling free. We are family, simply the best. Burlesque. Oh, burlesque. Thank you.
Feathers on the floor.
Thank you, Sue. Well, I didn't realise we were going to have, Linda the pro dancer as part of that. That's amazing debut, yeah. So that leads me on to introducing the wonderful Linda. And as you'll see, we're both matching in polka dots, which is just because we're obviously in sync, and we had no idea, did we, darling? So,
Embarrassing, actually.
yeah, it's good, it's tasteful. It's tasteful. So, Linda Lashes.
Thank you. Wow. Big Thank you, Amanda, for asking me. Me? I've only been doing this like 2 years. Apology. Okay. Ta-da. This one is called Cold Weather Blues. January feels like the longest month. Christmas is gone and now there's no it's ages till payday with bills overdue. We've all overspent and that includes me too. And it's cold outside. There are 1,002 days in January. Honest, believe me, it's true. I crossed each one off the calendar, but they multiply, I swear that they do. And that's a lot of cold weather. Everyone's weary, the weather is dreary. We dream of the sun to help us feel cheery. But till these days come, we'll suffer the glums and moan about weight gain as we sit on our bums. It's cold out there. Wear layers, grow some leg hairs. You can resemble a yeti 'cause nobody cares. Snuggle up and cuddle on the sofa or in bed. Recharging your batteries ain't swinging the lead, and it's just too damn cold to move. And I'm very hot now, so I have to take my hat off. I think it would be so warm. Anyway, this is called Feline. Pretty little kitty cat who likes to linger on a lap. Talons sharp, tears laundered jeans. This feline isn't what he seems. Demure and sweet, he looks so gentle. Don't be deceived, he's all things dental. A painful nip, he gives bare toes. If you're not quick, he'll bite your nose. An eye that opens just to check that all is well, no humans yet. And languishes upon the bed. Belly warm, pretending dead. In dreams of hot savannah sun, he's the largest, most ferocious one. A king who chases wildebeest and takes the first bite at the feast. He goes outside to shoot the breeze and likes to play with sticks and leaves, but at the merest sign of rain, he's through the flap and in again. It's quiet, it's a bit melancholy, and it's called Today. Okay. My aching heart keeps beating, therefore I know that I'm not dead, but I am not myself today, so I'll remain in bed. Every fibre of my body hurts, my limbs refuse to move. I'll stay in bed, my head's a shed, there's nothing left to lose. I'm amazed that I'm still breathing. My chest is tight and squeezing. The pain I feel is very real. Yeah, I'll stay in bed instead. But when I finally stop crying, no longer will I think I'm dying, and my crown once more I'll straighten. Being in bed I will not mention again. But today is not a good day. So under the duvet I will stay until this sadness goes away. My foolish, foolish heart. Thank you. I like cake.
No.
I do. I like a bit of gateau. Anyway, I've called this Happiness is Edible, but it comes with a dietary warning. I like a sponge cake filled with jam. Fresh cream is even better, but with every gooey bite I take, I seem to drop some on my sweater. A black forest gateau, some profiteroles, meringues, a sugar donut and a pink Swiss roll. My heart beats faster when I taste a baked Alaska. But the doctor tells me diabetes shouldn't be a goal. I've been known to swoon over a macaroon and find bits of chocolate eclair in my hair. A vanilla slice is oh so nice, but mention petit fours and I'm all yours. A black forest gateau, some profiteroles, meringues, a sugar donut and a pink Swiss roll. My heart beats faster and when I taste a baked Alaska, but the doctor tells me diabetes shouldn't be a goal. Is it really absurd to eat a flipping Battenberg or suggestive. To dunk a digestive. Woo. But you can kiss me for a rich tea, or when I linger whilst nibbling on a Cadbury finger. A Black Forest gatto, some profiteroles, meringues, sugar donut and a pink Swiss roll. My heart beats faster when I taste a baked Alaska, but the doctor tells me diabetes shouldn't be a goal. Thank you very much.
I'm just going to share a couple of poems before handing over to the wonderful Catherine Scott, who's also got a fairly new recent book out and another one coming soon, from what I can gather. And then Sam Bartle, who's also published as well. We're all so amazing, aren't we? Tea Cosy Beanie. Feeling cosy. Fits just right on this little cherub, making her own Assam tea waves, mopping up free radicals of life. Polyphenolic smiles, fixing the saddest person in sight. She's the flavonoids of the positive life, cherishing multi-earthiness right down to her heart's core. Antioxidant hat properties fulfilling her brain cells, emitting toothy smiles, seen for miles around, whilst calming your nerves, sip by sip, in a teacup and saucer with no chip. Tea Cosy Beanie, so full of life's meaning. Questioning your reasoning. Reflections are ever so pleasing. Every last toothy smile drop. And so, welcome Catherine Scott to the stage, who is an amazing poet, and I'm so pleased you could make it tonight, Catherine.
We'll all recognise this. We all know somebody who, no matter what we've done, or where we've been, or how cheap we've got something, somebody has always done it better than us. What a swanker. So you can join in the last word. What a boaster, what a brag. If you've got an Astra, he's got a Jag. He's been where you've been and he's seen what you've seen, only more and for longer, and the weather was better, etc. The swanker. If you mention you're buying something new, he'll have already got one, most probably two, and his will be exceptionally grand, quite obviously a superior brand, plus his was a bargain, which makes it better, etc. The swanker. Got a new job, something suitable for you, you can bet your life he's done that too, in a higher position and for far more pay, but after a while, and to their dismay, he was headhunted for something better, etc. The swanker. Any illness you've had, he's had it twice, and he gives you the details which aren't very nice. And the doctors are amazed that he's still alive because he almost died. But then he got better, etc. The swanker. If you know anyone famous, he'll know them too, and most probably have stayed over for a night or two. And the things they've done, my dear, such fun. He can always go one better, etc. The swanker. He tries to impress you with the things he's done, most likely years ago, but he still goes on and on and on. He isn't the least bit interested in the things you've done. He's scared you might teach him a thing or two, and he'd never concede you might know better, etc. Because he's a swanker. This is called $1 million in Waitrose. You know, when you go out and you're looking a bit scruffy, you always see somebody who looks, that much better than you. Can someone possibly explain to me why it is I can guarantee that when I go out in my scruff, I'm sure to see an old school friend who looks better than me? Today it was Hillary who somehow effortlessly has that certain $1 million class. But I know Hillary is not up to scratch. I heard she's had Botox on her ass. In an effort to avoid, I looked the other way, but she spotted me and she's heading my way. Oh, hello, darling, nice to see. Didn't think Waitrose was your cup of tea. I tolerated her cruelty when we were at school, but revenge is a dish best served cool. Why, Hillary, hello, gosh, you've not changed a bit. That facelift has helped, and you're still a bitch. some of you probably my age-ish, this will probably ring true for you. It's called A Little Victory. I'm losing my words and I'm feeling scared. Today I couldn't remember the word for, can't remember now. My brain somehow just wouldn't allow access to my mental dictionary. I don't have the vocabulary. I tell myself it'll come back to me. And usually, eventually it does. And for me, that's a little victory. Every day I have a little victory. Hurrah! My husband's the same. We play a little game. We call it Think of the Word. It's a bit like I Spy, but without the words. But between us, usually, we come up with it, and that's our little victory. We celebrate each day with a victory. Now, what was that word today? Oh, yes, that's it. Conservatory. We couldn't remember the word for conservatory. We looked at each other sort of confused, then amused, and then puzzled. That's a good word, puzzled. I like that. I must remember that, puzzled. This afternoon I'm playing a blinder. I suddenly remembered the word ring binder. I don't know why, but it just came to me. I didn't need it, but it just came to me. Bill was impressed. Heck, Catherine, he said, you'll be remembering who I am next. One of the hardest things is names, family names. I go through the lot before I get to the right one. Michael, Ruth, Jenny, Rachel, Emma, Beth, Evie, Tom. Yes, that's the one. I knew I'd get there eventually. Today's little victory. I'll do one more. When I started writing poetry, I wanted to kind of celebrate the English language. So I ended up comparing the English language to the French language. So this is called pardon or pardon. The French take their language seriously and, in my opinion, too preciously. They're scared foreign words may affect a revolution. They've got rules about it in their constitution. The English, on the other hand, don't have those inhibitions. We embrace the use of language from whatever originations. Why? You can't turn around without a foreign phrase comes creeping into play. It doesn't cause a contretemps by using civil play. Yes, the English language, it makes me smile. It's in a class of its own when it comes to style. It has a certain je ne sais quoi. You know what I mean. Comme ci, comme ça. We're all au fait with dossiers, chaises longues et cul-de-sac. Les objets dans le nouveau riche en oui et dans le sac. We know the meaning of bon voyage, en route et rendezvous. Of concierge, excusez-moi, voilà, dida, chez nous. Tête à tête au plat de jour, we sauté à sputtering haute couture et chic à la mode. Apéritif, un glace de vin, un bon appétit. Pour dessert, un crème brûlée, Madame désire un crêpe flambée. Voulez-vous café au lait? Monsieur préfère Grand Marnier. I think the French be more blasé, they should relaxez-vous. If they do their repertoire, they'd less confuse on nous. All language is extraordinaire, mais oui, mais au contraire, vive l'Angleterre, vive la France, et viva la différence.
Thank you, Catherine. I knew you'd have us all giggling. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, I'm going to hand over now to the wonderful Sam Bartle, who's come from all that dodgy weather in Driffield, I believe, and he's going to come and share some of his poems. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Amanda. So I'm going to change the tone a little bit now because I've brought all my meditative poems with me, which I was trying to think what would line up best with Amanda's book, which is all about resilience and hope. So I brought kind of poems that kind of resonate with that kind of sentiment. So we've got power, a bit about love, a bit about anger, and finally hope at the end. So this one's called Heart of Power. How we built such empires. The villages and towns we raised, unfettered zeal of the power crazed. How we built such fires. Ambitions burned naked in the flames, upon the ashes of forgotten names. How such empires we built, blood of sons and daughters spilt, free of burden, without guilt. My, how still they rage and lust, decreeing to us that we must forever build such empires again. Thank you. Now on to one about love, or unrequited love, actually. It's called The Door. Never showing a glimmer of inside, a wall in all but name. It matters not, I still decide to love you all the same. This closed portal that entices my mind, fixed shut, steadfast and sure. Though intentions are more than kind, I am forever poor. Worshipped, adored in all kinds of esteems, oh, that I could say more. Hopeless wishes, desperate dreams, lay dying at the door. Behind withholds the happiness I seek, bountiful in its store. Yet no shudder, nor shake, nor creak, the still unmoving door. The tide is out as the moon wanes, waves recede from the shore. I'll walk this land, but my heart remains here outside the door. Thanks. A little one about anger, called Forces of Anger. Let not the forces of anger rage to hatred's delight, and sink us to self-destruction as victims of our spite. Voices of apathy and ire, animosity's friend, but rouse and they'll consume us whole, our lives they will upend. How true that a passion, when fired, can inspire deeds of good, but vented freely without thought may lead to shed of blood. Events beyond our own control might see that fists are clenched, though even if we struck in hate, still we would feel unquenched. Let not the forces of anger send rancid hearts to doom. In amongst blinding fury's midst, may love and peace find room. And just to finish then on the main theme, which is hope. We can all lose heart and lose sight, leave dreams outside closed doors. And perhaps one day you just might seek to surrender yours. The plights of life can take their toll, all seems a seething mess. Clipped wings can ground the freest soul, with troubles relentless. But hope can radiate the sky, power to free a mind, to unclip wings and let them fly, give courage to our kind. So despairer, let it fill your heart, like desert that meets rain. Let aspiration be your art, come back to hope again. Your problem, while it feels unique, you will not be the first. And trust me, friend, though it is bleak, yours will not be the worst. Don't dwell on what may seem unfair, keep moving on your way, and you might find that hope is there in everything you say. Thank you. And thank you to Amanda for inviting me. Thank you very much.